Well, happy Mother's Day from mothersraisingsons.com, assuming that you're catching this video anywhere near Mother's Day. So I'm Scott Conway, PhD, JD, the whole crazy resume with mothersraisingsons.com, talking about Mother's Day. Let me share a little bit about what we do in the Conway household. What we do is we have a tradition where we will go to Buca di Beppo, which is a Italian family-style restaurant in our area. And then after Buca di Beppo, we go see a movie, typically whatever is on the IMAX screen. And for at least several years in a row, there's always been a movie there that my wife has wanted to see, so that's worked out very well for us. But here's part of the beauty of some of this, is not only do the boys buy a card, they buy a card. Typically, I'm the one going and getting the Buca di Beppo gift card, so that each of the boys has a gift card. And the gift card is to Buca di Beppo, so that after dinner, when the bill comes, each one of them can whip out their gift card and say, I've got this. And so that's been fun for them. It was more fun when they were little because, of course, being able to actually pay for something when you're little is pretty cool. The older you get and you realize, oh, well, this is kind of expensive and it takes a while to earn some of this money. And maybe it's not quite as cool, but it's still kind of this manly thing of being able to do this thing for mom. And part of what's good about this is this can translate on into adulthood. So this isn't just a kid thing that they can do for mommy as a boy. This is also something they can continue to do older. And so if they all live in the area, and my wife's oldest son doesn't live in the area, so they have their own traditions they do. But with these four, they kind of understand, so long as all of us are around, on Mother's Day, typically there'll be church in the morning, and then there'll be Buca di Beppo in the afternoon, followed by a movie after the Buca di Beppo meal. Now, what we're doing is we're establishing a tradition that will help anchor the memory. So forever we'll be able to remember most of the time we've been to Buca di Beppo. We will go there for other things, but they will have this anchor. Most of the time, Buca di Beppo is going to be connected to mom. It's going to be connected to Mother's Day. And for my wife, Buca di Beppo is connected to special occasions. It's connected to mom. It's connected to Mother's Day. And in our particular case, we have an extra surprise because when our oldest graduated from high school, her oldest from her first marriage flew out here to be here and had some very special news that they were announcing that they had a baby on the way. So now going to Buca di Beppo, right after finding out she's going to be a grandma, now it's a grandma thing, even though we were there for my son's graduation from high school and we got what's called the Pope table. We all sit around the Pope table and had a bunch of family and friends there, and having the brother there was a surprise, and so that was exciting. And then the boys found out that they were going to be uncles at that night, which is a little scary because unfortunately we didn't warn my son's girlfriend's father, who was sitting next to me. So he kind of sees the grandma thing go by him, and you can see there's a little word like, I need to know more about what that's about, right? Really quick. And of course, when he found out it was my wife's oldest son was having a baby coming and that my wife was going to be a grandma through him, he was a little bit relieved. And so a little bit about maybe alert on communication there. But building a tradition that can be followed on into adulthood is really useful. Now, your tradition might be different. It might be like a particular type of chocolates or something that gets associated to Mother's Day in a particular way that you do it. And being able to take this thing and follow it into adulthood so that there's always sort of this default that you can do. There's something to launch from, something to build from. So what will our sons do when they're adults and they're no longer living in the area, or maybe when, if some of our kids move away to college? I mean, right now, at this particular moment, we only have one son in college, and as the others come up, they might go away to school, and so Mother's Day is going to be from away. How is that going to be handled? And the answer is, well, we don't know yet. But we have a solid starting point. We have a tradition. And that at some future point, even if all of the sons scattered to the winds, that we still have this Mother's Day anchor that we're creating right now, that we always know, okay, this is what we can really connect to. And in future years, even decades to come, when everybody comes together, when we get the family together, because we have this is about the family being together for Mother's Day to celebrate motherhood, that we can all come together and all go to this one particular restaurant together, all go see a movie together, and kind of reconnect with these old times. Now, what I'll do with the boys is I take them out to buy cards. Now they're brother's driving, so sometimes the brother will take them to the store. Everyone picks an individual card. We all go to the restaurant together. We have typical things we order. One of the things that's always on the list is we get tiramisu afterwards. It's my wife's favorite dessert, and it's typically whatever is on the IMAX screen. Actually, so far it's been always whatever's on the IMAX screen. One of these years there might not be something there, and we might go see something else. And then after the movie, we head home, and then there's some home time, and that'll vary. Sometimes we gather together to do a game together, or certain games we might play together, or go hang out, or go somewhere else together. But these are anchor points, and this is the tradition that we're building. And having these traditions makes it very easy on boys, and as they become men, they always have this default. Okay, unless I come up with something else cool, I know what we're doing. And in my wife's case, we even had a chance to do something cool, and she really liked having this tradition. It really meant something to her to have this, and every year to keep stacking the anchors on top of one another. So that way, in the years to come, she'll always be able to reflect back on all of her Mother's Day, and she'll be able to have these memories all wrapped up. And of course, we take a ton of pictures too. So having traditions that you can follow year after year to make Mother's Day easier and Mother's Day go more smoothly with less struggle and drama and decision making and what do I do, and a reminder of, okay, unless you come up with something else cool, do this. And if you're the mom, you're also using this as an opportunity to coach your son, and as he's getting older, on how to do things like this and what it means to you and how to think about it for whatever your traditions are. And so just having a tradition, having a starting point, something to build from, something to build on, or something to just simply duplicate year after year can be very powerful for Mother's Day. So to you, as a mother raising a son, happy Mother's Day, and happy Mother's Day to all of our moms all over the world, whether it's Mother's Day for you in your country or not. God bless you, and thank you for taking such great care of your kids. This is Scott Conway for Mothers Raising Sons.